All right, so this is the big showdown. Big 5v5 basketball game. This is the fourth series now. And the teams here, we got a star-studded cast. We got Michael Horan, Kyle Moran, Justin DeRaymond. We got Cantrell Angelo versus Zach, Joe, John, Mancini, and Jack, who is Zach Paquette's younger brother. He's a rookie this series.
Nice.
So right off the bat, Michael, I really want to hear first I want to hear Brian's impression on this overall matchup real quick. We've had 3 series already, and this is the first one where we've had to change the teams around. There's some dramatic changes in the offseason. So looking at this matchup initially, who do you think has more talent?
It's been a minute since I saw any of these guys play basketball. I know. I don't know. I mean, if Mike and John can dominate the paint, there's a plus. I remember you and Kyle being pretty good at basketball, so I don't know. I mean, you guys can hit shots, but I know Joe is very overhyped. I saw the 1v1s with Tony and Cantrell and stuff like that on his Snapchat stories, and I wasn't impressed, got to say. But and also there's that wild card with Jack, you never know. He could be really good. Who knows?
Jack is he's the most recent person to actually play organized basketball.
Exactly. He's got that edge.
And Brian, I have to add this. So Kyle, Justin, and Steve in real series, they're actually undefeated right now.
Really?
Yes, and another intriguing storyline is that I do not have any wins yet.
Wow.
So, but they're not the same teams every single time. This is another heads up.
This is the first series where we've switched up the teams. Also, we have 3 first-time players in the series: John, Mancini, and Jack. Angelo was a fill-in for Joe one time, and everyone else has been in it the whole time. So we got this. We got the indoor arena at Holy Spirit Gymnasium. It's a very, very great stadium, even if we'll be at a half capacity with the pandemic. And it's also
I think the new Virginia rule is 25% capacity.
We'll adjust as necessary then. We'll still have around 60,000 people if that's the case.
Yeah.
We're expecting a big turnout.
Damn.
Does Holy Family even have stands?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be sitting on the stage.
I remember that court not being that nice, but I mean it is a court.
No, I remember that. I remember being like, "What the fuck?" They're definitely not investing in athletics. But also, you guys remember that Holy Cross court? Did you guys ever play there?
Yeah, I played at Holy Cross.
Yeah, that shit sucks, dude.
I'm gonna bring it back. It's actually Holy Spirit Arena. And let me just add that myself and Kyle, that was our alma mater.
Yes.
We scored.
Yeah, well, your court sucks.
We're legends on that court. And from middle school basketball, those were the days. So I want to ask you if there's any sort of home court advantage for any team.
I mean, Kyle's got the advantage because he's 3-0, right, or 4-0. So he's definitely got the advantage. This could play into your hand. If you win the first game, I'm definitely going to say, yeah, there's a home court advantage here. But you and Kyle being on the same team, that's definitely a plus in your direction for sure.
Okay. And secondly, Brian, and I'm going to open this up to Michael too. This game is the first series that's going to be played full court. So where do you think that benefits either of the teams or hurts any of the teams? Because I can tell you personally, I think this plays to the Moranimals' advantage for sure. which is my team.
Yeah, I agree with you entirely on that. I know that, Mike, I don't know if you're working on cardio, but I've been following Strong Sims on Instagram, and I have not seen a video of cardio yet. So
Wow.
he's working on that.
That's pretty
And
terrible. Because he's been telling me that he's taking his life back, but I don't know. I've seen some videos of him in the gym. I've seen Steven putting in work, Kyle putting in work.
But to the Stronger Sims thing, he's putting up some weight. I mean, he could be a real presence down low. So that kind of goes back to and also you guys got Tony, who, could be running the court. I don't know what his deal is. I haven't ever met the guy. So, but Zach's also got a kid that's going to be on his mind every shot he takes. He's going to be like.
All right. So this one's for Michael. So who do you think is going to win the rebound battle? I think as the bigger team, you guys have to be thinking that you're going to win the rebound battle.
My team has me and John primarily in the paint. So I know I will dominate the boards, and I know I have 100% confidence John will too. So I think second chance points is where we're gonna thrive. The only problem is like 3-point shots. Outside shots don't always bounce. To the paint players, they bounce to the outside. So we're gonna need our perimeter players to rebound and go after second chances too. But I definitely think the paint I'm not too worried about. I'm not scared of Kyle in the paint because he grew up a perimeter player. That's where he's comfortable. So I'm not too worried about him being some paint monster that he's been hyping himself up to be.
All right, this is a good segue into the next topic, Michael, because it's actually about you.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of talk going around the town of people saying that you're new to the league and you're very ignorant to a lot of the changes that have been happening. One of that being that Kyle is now an inside and out player and he can dominate in the paint. So
yeah, I don't believe it.
So, how do you back up these claims and for yourself too? Where is this optimism coming from that you guys are gonna win? Because the Vegas odds are really stacked against you guys.
Yeah, well, first, I don't believe Kyle is dominant in the paint. Like I said, he was always he just jacked up threes before. So I don't see, unless you're working on your craft every single day, how you could just change and be a beast in the paint. So I'll believe it if I see it. I don't expect it to just be something that we got to worry about. I heard he can't even shoot anymore. That's what I've heard. I don't know what to believe or not to believe. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm coming in with some blissful ignorance. Not having a scouting a recent scouting report on anybody besides word from Joe.
So what's the word from Joe?
Yeah.
What's the word from Joe? Who's taking charge of Team Addy is ours? Unless you have a different team name. Who's become the leader of your team?
I mean, I definitely think it's Joe, just because he has played in the series before. But I mean, in terms of who talks the most in our group chat, it's Joe or I. So it's got to be one of us. We don't hear too much from John, which isn't a problem. He's a silent killer. I respect it. And then Zach, he's got a kid, he's got a family to worry about, and his brother doesn't know any of us. So I don't expect him to talk too much. So I think definitely it's Joe is the unquestioned leader.
All right, fair enough. Are you willing to pay the $50 buy-in?
Yeah, I mean, I am if everyone goes in. If we got some people half going in or some people not going in and others are, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Maybe I wouldn't be down $50 at that point, but I'd be down for like $20. If we only got, instead of all 10, like 7 or 8 of us, because it doesn't look like Steve's going in. There's a couple others that are questioning it.
Oh, really?
So
That's news to me.
that's what I've seen from the GM. It doesn't look like
Oh,
there's.
wow.
It looks like there's one or two that might not go in.
But also, I think there's some who are going in extra, like Kyle.
I mean, good for
I-
him. I
Kyle's
guess.
he's doubling it.
Damn. So is the buy-in set at 50, or can we do like a $20 buy-in?
The buy-ins,
If
it's
everyone,
set at 50 unless you have someone else on your team cover you.
I mean, I can pay for it. I'm not too concerned. Like I said, I thought that not all 10 were going to go in, and if that's the case, then I don't know. I mean, we can reassess it when we get there. But yeah, I'm
Right.
down. I'm definitely down.
Okay, good. All right, so Brian, or actually, one of the final topics I wanted to say is, do you guys think there should be a ref for this series? So it would be the first time we'd ever have a ref.
I guess the only problem with that is like, who the hell are we gonna get that is actually ref before? Because I would hate to just like one side or the other just feel shafted by a shitty ref. But I've heard that calling your own fouls can be an interesting situation in this league. I've heard there's some, we'll say, cupcakes in the league that call ticky-tacky fouls. So I wouldn't be against a ref, but it's going to be tough finding somebody that actually knows what the hell they're doing.
See, perhaps Brian Darling.
I don't know. I don't know.
Perhaps
I mean,
Anthony
maybe,
Mancini.
but-
Anthony does not know how to ref basketball.
Yeah. And also, he would be biased.
Yeah, he may
I
show
don't
up
know
for the
which one.
tournament or for the game. I mean,
And we're
Yeah.
expecting a big turnout.
Are people
okay.
actually going?
So, yeah, what is the turnout? Like, are we actually expecting fans?
I mean, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, it's high demand for this league, so I don't know, but priority is gonna be family and friends. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, for COVID. we got it for COVID. We got
And especially Mancini's girlfriend, who exists. Is she still there?
No, she went to go study.
Oh, that is a little suspect.
You were talking with her before this call. Don't
The
even.
people aren't gonna know.
Before
on
you
the
started
recording?
recording, you were talking with her.
Oh, look at that! Before the recording. Interesting.
She's
Best
studying
friends
for a
with my
CPA exam.
ex-girlfriend.
All right, so last but not least, Brian, I want to hear your prediction for the series. It's a 7-game series. I want to know who's going to win and what the score is going to be in games from both of you guys.
How many games are there?
This is a 7-game series.
So
first to
yeah.
4.
7 games. Wow. You guys got a lot of time on your hands. Damn. No, but I'm gonna predict the left team wins. The left half of those Christmas ornaments win, just because if Kyle's really this in and out player, and nobody on the other team is big enough to absolutely dominate the boards. You know what I mean? Like, John is not the size where he's gonna absolutely like destroy everybody down low. You know, you're going to split rebounds there. So at that point, if you have better shooters, you're probably going to win, which I think the left team does.
Okay.
So I say left in 6. I'll say left in 6.
Okay. Michael, how do you think it's going to go?
I think we sweep. I think my team just completely dominates. I honestly would be shocked if they lose a game. No, but realistically, I think 4-2 us. You know, every now and then. I mean, even the Golden State Warriors lose a game or two in the finals. So I think it may be one of those things where we're up like 3-0 and we just decide to give a game, just to build some Haran confidence. I mean, if he goes to Germany winless and getting swept, I mean, he may be on suicide watch. So yeah,
That's true.
he may not come back at that point. So we may give him a game just to boost his confidence because we want him back in the States, and if he gets swept in a series before he leaves and goes winless, I mean, yikes, we may never see him again.
That is true. I was at a low point after the TCU series.
Yeah, see, we got to think about the troops. So
So with that being said, what's the
respects
strategy? Are you going to come off to a quick start?
What do you mean, like fast, like push the ball, or
Yeah. What's the strategy?
So, we've been discussing it, so I don't want to release all of the plans, but I think for the most part, we got I wouldn't say extremely fast-paced plan. Obviously, we're going to take advantage of fast breaks when we have them, but I think I would say our plan going in may be try to slow things down.
Okay. All right, and one final question. If win or lose, will you still be down to go to the Glory Days post-game lunch?
Yes, Glory Days open.
We're going to find out.
Because of COVID? Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely down. I took off work for this, so not just for this, but I did take off work, so I have the whole day. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine if it's actually open.
Oh, you guys play 7 games in one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
So yeah,
there's no way.
As I was saying to Mike
before
this,
Brian. Yeah.
I'm going to change it to the left team in 5.
What?
Left team in 5.
Left team in 5. That's what I'm going with now. I didn't realize they were all on the same day. Dude, there's no way your team's not gassed by game 5.
Oh, I'll be perfectly fine. I guarantee you that. I think
you've been training though, Michael. We haven't seen any of your workouts on in the group chat.
I'm staying humble.
I cannot, release footage. It's our advantage. So, I mean, Joe's seen me play. I think my game has definitely evolved since high school. It is different. Shooting is still a question mark, I will admit, but it's my game is different than in high school. All I could do was layups. So it's 100%. It's a little different than that, but I have been working when it was actually sunny out or when there was actually light out before or after 5 p.m. I'd say I go shoot around like 3-4 times a week, but obviously now that it gets dark at 4:30, I work until 5:30, so it's not really possible. So I could go in rusty just because the damn sun, but we'll see. I think I've been training enough, and I'm expecting to be the best player on the floor, honestly.
All right. Well, one thing's for sure. All gloves are coming off November 25th.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. Well, that's it for me.